Have you ever wondered what it truly means to age gracefully? Do you feel like your best years are behind you, or are you determined to prove that you can still live life to the fullest, even after 65? If you've ever questioned whether aging has to mean slowing down or losing your vitality, this video is for you. We're about to reveal 8 incredible signs that show you're aging exceptionally well. And the best part is, you might already be doing them. Why should you watch until the end? Because these 8 signs go beyond physical strength. They reveal your overall health, resilience, and longevity. From having a strong grip to maintaining your balance and flexibility, these signs aren't just about defying the effects of time. They're indicators of your body's ability to withstand the challenges of aging and continue living independently and joyfully. By recognizing these signs in yourself, you'll understand how well your body is holding up, and discover why these traits are linked to a longer, healthier life. If you're someone who refuses to let age dictate your life, or if you want to ensure that you continue to thrive in your golden years, stick with us. This video will show you practical, measurable ways to gauge your health and longevity. Plus, we'll share stories of inspiring individuals who exemplify these signs of exceptional aging. Trust us, you'll want to hear how they've maintained strength, mobility, and vitality, and how you can too. So, don't miss out. Keep watching to learn more. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. You have strong grip strength. It's incredible how something as simple as the strength of your grip can tell you so much about your overall health and longevity. I know, it sounds almost too basic to be important, right? But trust me when I say, this often overlooked, yet incredibly telling sign could be the very thing that sets you apart from others as you age. Think about it. Not just how firmly you can shake someone's hand, but the ability to open that stubborn pickle jar without wincing, or the way you can grab a heavy bag of groceries with ease. The strength in your hands, in your grip, is more than just a physical action. It's a reflection of your vitality, of how much life still pulses through your body. When you can hold that grocery bag in one hand without it slipping, when you can carry a bundle of firewood or grab the steering wheel of your car without breaking a sweat, it's telling you something significant. Your grip strength is not just a fun little party trick. It is a profound indicator of your overall health. I can't help but think about how many times I've seen people struggle with these simple tasks as they age. It's heartbreaking to watch because it signals the weakening of the very muscles that are supposed to carry us through life, that help us stay independent and self-sufficient. But when that grip is still solid, when your hand can still wrap around something with purpose, you know your body is holding its own against the tides of time. This is where the real depth of grip strength comes in. It's not just your hands and fingers at work. It's a network of muscles, tendons, and nerves all pulling together. It speaks volumes about your muscle mass, your neurological health, and even your heart's efficiency. Studies over and over again have shown the correlation between strong grip strength and a longer life, especially among older adults. And not just a longer life. Those with a strong grip recover faster, stay healthier longer, and maintain their independence. And who doesn't want that? We all want to hold on to our independence for as long as we can. Why should you care about this seemingly simple thing? Because grip strength is one of the first signs that something larger is going on in your body. It's one of the first places where the effects of aging, muscle atrophy, and even heart function show themselves. When you lose your grip, when you can't hold a coffee mug steady or struggle to unscrew a bottle cap, life starts to become a frustrating series of limitations. And worse, it could signal the onset of sarcopenia, muscle loss, leaving you vulnerable to falls, exhaustion, or worse. But here's the powerful thing. If your grip is still strong, if your hands still lock around objects like they were made for it, you are in a better place than most people might realize. You are a living testament to the strength of your body, the resilience that runs through your veins. You are still able to stand firm, to carry what needs to be carried, to steady yourself when you need to. Take Frank, for example. He's a 75-year-old retiree who refuses to give in to the ravages of age. His weekends are spent in the garden. He's lifting bags of soil, pruning trees, and wielding a shovel like he's in his prime. His handshake could make a younger person wince, and his doctor once told him that Frank's grip strength rivals men who are decades younger than him. That's not just impressive, it's powerful. Frank's strength in his hands is a clear reflection of his body's larger resilience. It's a sign that his musculoskeletal system is still in peak condition, still pushing back against time. With his strong grip, Frank can climb a ladder with confidence, carry his toolbox without a second thought, and still do the things he loves, all while maintaining his independence. That, my friends, is the real reward of staying strong. And don't forget this, grip strength is a safeguard for more than just strength. It's tied directly to balance and mobility, two factors that are critical for aging with grace. If you can still grab the railing tightly when navigating stairs or catch yourself after a stumble, you're giving yourself a better chance at staying healthy. It's the difference between staying at home, enjoying the activities you love, and ending up in a hospital bed, forced to rely on others. So, the next time you catch yourself holding something heavy with ease, remember, that's not just your hands at work. That's your body telling you it's aging with remarkable strength, resilience, and vitality. If your grip is still strong, it's one of the clearest signs that you're not just surviving. You're thriving, no matter what age you are. Keep it up, because every firm handshake, every jar that pops open effortlessly, is a victory. Number 2. You can get up from the floor without assistance. This simple test might seem trivial, but believe me, it reveals more about your future than you can imagine. Think about it. Can you sit down on the floor and get back up without needing to grab a chair, push off with your hands, or ask for help from someone? If you can, you have a rare and incredibly valuable combination of physical abilities: flexibility, balance, coordination, and core strength that many people your age have already lost. It's not just about proving you can still move like a child. It's a deep, profound indicator of how well you will maintain your independence, your vitality, and your sense of self as the years go by. Let's pause and reflect on the deeper meaning of this. The ability to move freely, to rise without hesitation, isn't something most of us think about daily. But consider this. Think about how often you need to bend down to pick something up. Maybe it's a pen that's rolled under the couch, a toy your grandchild left on the floor, or perhaps simply lowering yourself to tie a shoe. These small movements, which many of us do without a second thought, are still second nature to you. But for many older adults, just getting up from the floor is a monumental task. They may need to find the nearest piece of furniture to use for leverage, let out a strained grunt, or in some cases, abandon the task altogether because getting up just feels too impossible. So, if you can still rise smoothly, without struggling or relying on support, that's something extraordinary. You're in a truly elite group, and I mean that. You deserve to celebrate that achievement. It's not just physical prowess. It's the victory of having maintained the physical freedom that allows you to live life fully, without hesitation. Take Margaret, for example. She's 72, but she's as spry as someone half her age. Every morning, she starts her day with a gentle yoga routine. She seamlessly flows from sitting cross-legged to standing tall, no hesitation, no wobble. Her doctor once tested her during a routine checkup, and even he was astonished. The truth is, most women her age struggle to get up from a sitting position without some form of assistance. A wall to push against, a handle to grab, or their arms to help lift them. But Margaret, she doesn't need any of that. She moves with ease, a testament to her commitment to staying fit. But it's more than just dedication. It's the reflection of a body that's still in harmony. That's the beauty of it. Her body is in tune with her mind, and together, they make her the person she is today. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. The ability to get up from the floor, unassisted, is about more than just strong legs. It's about the flexibility in your hips, the stability in your ankles, the power and stability in your core, and the coordination that ties all those elements together. These are qualities that age cannot steal from you. If you maintain them with care, they can remain strong for years to come. Research supports this idea. Studies have found that older adults who struggle to get up from the floor without assistance are at twice the risk of mobility issues, falls, and even earlier mortality. Why? Because this simple movement is a full-body litmus test. It indicates whether your joints are still supple, your muscles engaged, and your nervous system sharp enough to keep you balanced and steady. If you can rise with ease, you're in much better shape than you may realize. Your body is still fluid, still functional. But the benefits go beyond the physical. You see, being able to rise without assistance also means you're less likely to live in fear of falling. That fear is so real for so many older adults, and it can prevent them from being active, leading to even more decline. If you're not afraid to fall, you'll continue to move, to bend, to stretch, and to live fully. Your knees and hips stay lubricated, reducing wear and tear that can lead to arthritis and stiffness. It's a simple truth. When you keep moving, you keep yourself young. For Margaret, it's the freedom to stretch her body each morning without worrying about how she'll get back up. It's the unshakable confidence that comes with knowing her body can handle anything the day throws her way. And for you, maybe it's the peace of mind to bend down and explore something low to the ground without that nagging thought of, will I be able to get back up? It's about knowing you still have that power, that independence, and the strength to enjoy every moment. So, if you can still rise without hesitation, take a moment to acknowledge that. It's something to be proud of. It's a reflection of your resilience, of the life you've lived, and the life you continue to live with strength and grace. You've earned that freedom, and it's something worth cherishing. Number 3. You can maintain good posture without struggling. Posture is so much more than just how we stand or sit. It's a reflection of how well we're aging, how we're carrying ourselves, and how our bodies are holding up against the inevitable passage of time. If you're able to stand tall, with your shoulders back and your head held high, if you can walk through the world without hunching over or slumping, you're doing something that many people your age struggle with. Trust me when I say that good posture is not just a superficial thing, it speaks volumes about your vitality. Most people, as they get older, start to lose that natural alignment. They find themselves bending forward, losing the strength to hold their bodies upright, and the result is often chronic back pain, joint discomfort, and even trouble breathing. But if you're able to maintain proper posture, it means your body, your spine, muscles, and joints are still working in harmony, and that's something truly remarkable. We don't always think about posture, but it's so much more than just how we look. It's deeply connected to how well we move, how balanced we feel, and even how our organs function. When our spine is properly aligned, it creates space for our lungs to fully expand. That means better oxygen flow, more energy, and a greater sense of vitality. But when we're hunched over, that simple misalignment can put unnecessary pressure on our body, making us work harder to do the things that used to come naturally. It leads to fatigue, discomfort, and a sense of heaviness. I've seen it with many people. It's like their energy is constantly drained, and it all starts with that small change in posture. Take George, for example. At 74, he's a retired teacher who still walks with a confidence that most people half his age would envy. His back is straight, his shoulders are back, and his posture exudes strength. It's not just his health that benefits, it's how people perceive him too. His friends and family often comment on how youthful he looks. People often guess he's in his late 50s or early 60s because of the way he carries himself. I remember his doctor telling him, "Most men your age are dealing with spinal compression or a forward-leaning posture, but you're holding up remarkably well." It wasn't just luck. George makes a conscious effort every day to keep his body strong. He stays active, works on his core, And make sure to avoid the habits that could lead to poor posture, like sitting for long periods or slouching. Posture also directly impacts balance. When we don't stand tall, we're not only risking back pain, we're also shifting our center of gravity forward, which makes it harder to stay balanced. It becomes so much easier to trip, to lose our footing, and that's a scary thought, especially as we get older. But when you stand tall, your body naturally redistributes its weight, taking pressure off your joints and reducing the risk of falls. It's the simple act of standing up straight that helps you stay grounded and stable, preventing those dangerous moments of imbalance. If you're one of the lucky ones who can still stand upright without discomfort, without feeling like your body is constantly reminding you to straighten up, cherish it. It's a sign that your body is aging with grace, with strength, and with resilience. Don't take it for granted. Keep caring for your body the way it deserves, because good posture is so much more than just a physical trait. It's a testament to your inner strength and your ability to navigate life with confidence and energy. Number 4. You can easily get up from a chair without using your hands. At first glance, it may seem like a small, even trivial thing, a simple, almost mundane action. But the truth is, being able to stand up from a chair without relying on your hands is a true testament to your physical vitality, strength, and sense of independence. It's not just about getting up. It's about everything that happens behind the scenes, the muscles working, the joints cooperating, and the balance that holds it all together. For many people, especially those over 65, this seemingly simple act becomes increasingly difficult over time. As we age, lower body strength begins to wane, flexibility in our joints starts to diminish, and balance can become a challenge. The very action of standing up can feel like an insurmountable task, something that once was so natural but now requires help or effort. But if you are still able to rise effortlessly, without the need for your hands or someone's assistance, then you should pause and truly appreciate how fortunate you are. It's a clear sign that your body is far stronger than you may have realized, still functioning with a level of vitality that many people your age are envious of. Think about it. Your legs, your core, and your balance, 3 vital elements of your physical well-being, are working in perfect harmony. It's a beautiful dance, a physical symphony that most people take for granted. But when you stop and think about it, it's remarkable. These simple movements are an expression of your continued strength, your resilience, and your ability to maintain your independence. It's not something to brush off as insignificant, it's something to be proud of. Take Linda, for example. A vibrant 72-year-old grandmother, full of energy and spirit. She never gave much thought to her ability to stand up unassisted, until a particular moment made her see it in a new light. At a friend's birthday party, she witnessed many of her peers struggling to rise from their chairs. Some of them leaned heavily on the armrests, some sought help from their spouses, and others remained seated longer than they would have liked, embarrassed by their struggle. It was then that Linda truly realized the importance of this ability. It was a quiet reminder of how much she still had. Then, during a lively family gathering later that month, her 10-year-old grandson challenged her to stand up from the floor without using her hands. His innocent dare turned into an empowering moment when Linda stood up, effortlessly, surprising everyone in the room. She had never realized how much her routine of walking, stretching, and doing light exercises had made such a difference in her life. But in that moment, Linda could feel the payoff. Her body responded to her will, and she felt a deep sense of accomplishment, not just physically but emotionally as well. This skill, while seemingly minor, carries so much more weight than we often acknowledge. There's research that backs it up, too. Older adults who retain the ability to rise from a seated position without assistance tend to live longer, healthier lives with greater independence. It's not just about strength, it's about the coordination of muscle power, joint flexibility, and balance. It's a reflection of how well your body is holding up and how well you've taken care of it. We often take for granted the simple things, like standing up from a chair, but if you can do it without help, it's a profound reminder that your body is still capable of amazing things. It is a victory, a quiet, unspoken triumph that deserves recognition and celebration. Number 5. You can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds. Balance is one of those incredible, often overlooked heroes of our physical health. It's something so fundamental, so vital, that most of us don't even notice it until it starts to slip away. And let me tell you, when balance begins to falter, the impact on our lives is profound. Balance is not just about staying upright. It's a vital sign that reveals how well our body and mind are working in harmony. If you can lift one foot off the ground, stand tall, and hold your position steadily for more than 10 seconds, without swaying like a tree in the wind, without desperately reaching for the wall, or flailing your arms like you're in a windstorm, you are showcasing an extraordinary level of physical fitness and coordination that many people half your age struggle to achieve. This isn't a mere parlor trick to impress your friends. This is a powerful test of your body's strength, your core stability, and how well your nervous system functions. When you hold steady, you're proving that your body is strong, resilient, and in a deep state of balance, a state that most of us only truly appreciate once it begins to decline. Poor balance, as we know all too well, is more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a major risk factor, especially for older adults. It's closely linked to falls, fractures, and, unfortunately, even a shorter life expectancy. In short, balance isn't just a measure of strength. It's a measure of survival, of independence, and the ability to age gracefully. So, if you can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds, you're part of an elite group, one that is holding strong against the passage of time. It's not just about getting through the day. It's about thriving, pushing back against the inevitable erosion of age, and proving that you can still stand tall in the face of it all. But how do you measure up? I want to know. Take a moment and try it. Stand up straight. Find a focal point on the wall, steady your gaze, and slowly lift one foot off the floor. Now, start counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, all the way to 10. Let the seconds pass, each one feeling like a little victory. If you make it to 10 without wobbling or setting your foot down, you've done something truly remarkable. Congratulations! It's a sign that your leg muscles, your core stability, and your nervous system are working in such beautiful harmony. It's something to be proud of. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But if you're like many of us, maybe you found yourself teetering like a tightrope walker on a gusty day, or you had to set your foot down after just a few seconds, or you reached instinctively for a chair. Don't worry. That's not a failure. It's a gentle nudge from your body, a reminder that balance is a skill that can fade, but also one that can be nurtured back to life. And that's the incredible thing. Balance, like so many other aspects of health, is a skill that can be improved with a little dedication and practice. Take Frank, for instance. Frank's a 77-year-old retired carpenter who spent his entire life working with his hands. Lifting heavy materials, climbing ladders, and moving lumber were second nature to him in his younger years. But as he aged, he started noticing small signs of decline, feeling unsteady on uneven sidewalks or pausing for a second before stepping off curbs. These small but unsettling moments began to add up. During a routine doctor's visit, Frank's physician asked him to stand on one leg for a basic mobility check. He gave it his best shot but wobbled and toppled after just 5 seconds. Frank was embarrassed, yes, but it was his pride that took the hit. That small moment, though, ignited a fire within him. Determined to regain his stability, Frank set out on a mission. He began adding simple balance exercises into his daily routine. Heel-to-toe walking down his hallway, standing on one leg while brushing his teeth, and even practicing near a counter for safety. Within just a few months, he had managed to hold a one-legged stance for over 15 seconds. A small victory, but one that filled him with immense pride. Frank had reclaimed his balance, piece by piece. Why is this ability to balance such a big deal? Well, exceptional balance is so much more than just staying upright. It's a safeguard, a protective shield against what could easily become the most dangerous threat to senior independence: falls. According to health experts, Falls are the leading cause of serious injury among older adults, often leading to fractures, hospital stays, and long-term complications that can impact one's quality of life. Standing on one leg doesn't just test your muscles. It tests the intricate and delicate coordination between your brain, your nervous system, and your joints. When that balance starts to slip, it often signals broader declines in strength, coordination, or even cognitive function. But here's the silver lining. If you can still perform this task with relative ease, you're not just defying gravity, you're defying the odds. You're standing strong against the march of time and showing that with a little dedication, you can remain in control of your body and your health, even as the years pass. So, why not take a moment and test yourself? If you haven't already, lift that foot, count to 10, and see where you land. If you make it past the 10-second mark without wobbling, congratulations! You're part of a select group that stands out in a world where balance is often taken for granted. Cherish it, nurture it, and continue working on it because, trust me, this simple yet powerful skill could be your ticket to remaining active, independent, and strong for years to come. Number 6. You can get up from the floor without using your hands. At first glance, the act of getting up from the floor and standing tall again may seem like a simple, routine task. A movement we take for granted, something we all did without thinking when we were younger. But, oh, how this seemingly mundane action holds profound significance. In reality, it is a powerful test of your physical health, one that reflects so much more than just the strength in your muscles. It's a snapshot of your entire body. Your flexibility, your balance, your core stability, your mobility, and your overall physical condition. Think about it for a moment. The simple act of rising unassisted speaks volumes. If you can get up with ease, no huffing and puffing, no desperate struggle, no hands, knees, or furniture to push yourself up, you are part of an elite group of individuals who, statistically, are far more likely to enjoy vibrant, independent lives well into their later years. I can't stress enough just how incredible that is. It's not just about standing. It's about standing strong, independent, and capable. The ability to rise unassisted is the result of so many physical components working in perfect harmony. Your leg muscles, firm, effortlessly, bear your body weight. Your core, that vital center of strength, holds your torso steady as you move. Your joints, supple and flexible, allow you to stretch and bend in ways that keep you agile. And your mind, sharp, focused, and coordinated, guides your body through the simple, yet intricate, movement. Every time you rise, all of these aspects come together to create a flawless performance. But as we age, the story can change. These gifts, our strength, balance, and flexibility, tend to diminish. A task that was once second nature can become a struggle, and for many, it becomes a near impossible feat, and I can't tell you how heart-wrenching that is to witness. When someone can no longer do what they once did so effortlessly, it feels like losing a little piece of themselves. But let me tell you, if you can still get up from the floor with ease, if you can still do it like you've always done, it's a shining beacon of health. It's a sign that your body is still functioning in remarkable harmony, defying the age-related decline so many of us fear. Take Joan, for instance. A lively 72-year-old grandmother whose life has been a testament to strength and vitality. Through the years, she stayed active, gardening, dancing, and chasing after her grandchildren, living life with passion. One afternoon, while playing blocks with her youngest grandchild on the living room rug, Joan had a quiet moment of realization. When it was time to get up, she rose smoothly, without even thinking about it. No hands pressed into the floor, no leaning on the furniture, just a fluid, effortless motion, as natural as breathing. Later, at her doctor's appointment, she casually mentioned it. When she told him she could still get up unassisted, he smiled brightly. "That's an incredible sign of your physical health," he said. And you know what? He was right. Her quadriceps, glutes, and core were as strong as ever. Her hips and knees were flexible, and her balance was perfect. And studies confirm this. Research consistently shows that older adults who can't rise from the floor without assistance face much higher risks. Falls, mobility loss, and yes, even premature death. Why? Because the act of getting up isn't just about muscle power, it's a full body test. It shows how well your joints work, how coordinated your movements are, and how well your nervous system responds to physical demands. It's a picture of how well your body is still able to handle life's challenges, both big and small. Falls are among the most common and dangerous risks for older adults. But here's the sad truth. It's not just the fall itself that's deadly. It's being stuck on the ground, unable to get back up. Seniors who lack the strength, balance, or coordination to recover from a fall are vulnerable to complications. Pressure sores, dehydration, and even worse, if help doesn't come quickly. That's why it's so vital to hold on to the ability to rise. When you can get up on your own, you are proving to yourself and to the world that you still have the power to take charge of your life, no matter what comes your way. I can't help but think of Emma, a strong and inspiring woman in her early 70s who has held on to this ability. It's a rare skill, but not impossible to retain. In a world where many people spend their lives sitting, where inactivity is creeping into our culture, Emma's ability to rise unassisted is truly something special. But don't think this is something you can just take for granted. If you want to keep this ability, or if you feel it slipping away, it takes more than wishful thinking. It takes action. It takes dedication. Simple exercises, like squats, lunges, or even standing up from a chair multiple times a day, can help reinforce the muscles needed to stand tall. Core exercises like planks and leg raises are also invaluable for keeping your midsection strong, which is so important. And don't forget the importance of flexibility. Stretching is vital to maintain the range of motion in your joints, ensuring that you can move freely and with ease. I honestly believe this skill, this simple act of standing up, is more than just a physical task. It's a testament to your strength, your resilience, and your ability to face life head-on. It's a reminder that we can fight against time, defy the odds, and keep our bodies and spirits strong for as long as we live. Never take it for granted, and always remember, you are capable, you are strong, and you can rise. Number 7. You can carry groceries without struggling. There's something so incredibly satisfying about the simple act of carrying your groceries without a second thought. If you're still able to grab that heavy bag of fresh vegetables, cans, and your favorite snacks, lifting them from your car and carrying them up the stairs, then you're doing far better than many people your age. And honestly, that's something to be proud of. It may feel like just another routine task, but trust me, this seemingly small act is a clear reflection of how well your body is holding up over the years. You're stronger than you know, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Carrying groceries involves so much more than just lifting a bag. It's like your body is a finely tuned instrument, working together in a beautiful dance of muscles and systems to make it all happen. Your grip strength, your upper body endurance, your core stability, and even your legs play a crucial role. And here's the best part. Science backs this up. Research, like that found in the Journal of Gerontology, shows that grip strength is one of the most reliable indicators of longevity and resilience. It's not just about having strong hands. It's a sign of vitality that doesn't fade easily. When you hoist that bag, think of what your body is doing. Your hands wrap around the handles, and your forearms and fingers spring into action, showing no signs of weakness or pain from arthritis. Your shoulders, which you may take for granted, are holding steady and keeping the load balanced, while your back proves it still knows how to stand tall. And that precious core of yours? It's working to keep you steady. You're not just holding a bag, you're holding your health together in the most powerful way. Even your legs, which carry your weight and provide stability, are key to making sure you don't stumble. Everything is in sync. So much more than muscle. This task signals that your bones haven't succumbed to osteoporosis. Your joints are still moving freely, without that stiff, nagging pain that many face as they get older. Your heart and lungs are in tune, working with your muscles to ensure that this activity doesn't leave you breathless. These are all things that deteriorate as we age, often slipping quietly in our 50s or 60s. But if you're still carrying your groceries without a care, consider it a miracle of the body and a triumph over time itself. Take Walter, for example. He's a 74-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, and he had never really thought much about his physical strength until one day at the grocery store. As he filled his car with bags of groceries, cans, fresh fruit, and a heavy gallon of milk, he noticed something that made him pause. The men around him, some decades younger, were struggling. They were huffing and puffing, faces flushed red with effort, grunting under the weight of the same bags. One man, probably in his 30s, actually came up to Walter with concern and offered to help, assuming the older man would be the one struggling. Walter, with a gleam in his eye and a playful chuckle, waved him off. "Thanks, but I've been hauling groceries since before you were born. No need to stop now," he said, his voice light but with a hint of pride. That moment left a lasting impression on Walter. He didn't realize how much his active lifestyle, gardening, walking, and occasionally lifting weights, had kept him ahead of the pack. He didn't feel like an old man, and his body was telling him he wasn't. It was a reminder that the body responds to the way you treat it, whether you acknowledge it or not. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Doctors often stress the importance of functional strength as a health marker, and there's a reason why. When your grip starts to weaken, or if you struggle to lift your everyday groceries, it can be an early warning sign of something more significant, like sarcopenia, muscle loss, brittle bones, or even neurological decline. These conditions don't happen overnight. They creep in slowly but surely, and before you know it, you may find yourself unable to carry out simple tasks. And the last thing anyone wants is to feel sidelined by their body's limitations. But here's the good news. If you're still carrying those bags with ease, you are part of a very special group. You're one of the older adults who has kept their physical independence. And that strength isn't just about lifting groceries, it's about every little task in life. It's the ability to carry your laundry, help a friend move, or even rearrange furniture in your own house. You're still living actively, engaged in the world, not confined by limitations. How incredible is that? But let's be real for a second. If you've noticed that carrying groceries has become a bit of a struggle, if your hands tremble a bit or your back aches after lifting that load, don't panic. It's not too late to turn things around. Strength is not something you're stuck with or without. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be built, maintained, and strengthened over time. So, here's where you can start. Try simple habits, like squeezing a stress ball to build your grip strength, lifting light weights a few times a week, or even carrying a small bag while you walk. These small, consistent actions will keep your muscles strong, your joints healthy, and your body moving like it's meant to. You don't have to struggle with the simple tasks of life. If you stay committed, your body will reward you. You deserve to be able to carry your groceries without breaking a sweat. You've earned it. Every step you take, every bag you lift, is proof of your resilience, your strength, and your ability to keep going, no matter how many years have passed. You've got this. Don't ever forget it. Number 8. You can get down on the floor and stand back up without help. This seemingly simple act is one of the most revealing tests of vitality that exists, and it's one you might take for granted until you can no longer do it. It's not just about getting up from the floor, it's about doing it with ease, without the help of a chair, a handrail, or someone else's arm to pull you up. If you can lower yourself to the ground and rise again independently, you're not just doing a physical act, you're proving that you've got strength, independence, and mobility on your side, which are priceless as we age. I can't emphasize enough how much this little movement means. It's not just a party trick to impress your friends. It's one of the most telling signs that your body is still functioning optimally. For most people over 65, this movement becomes an overwhelming challenge, if not something entirely out of reach. It's not just because the body gets older, but because getting up from the floor requires a unique combination of physical traits. Leg strength to push yourself upright, flexibility in your hips and knees to allow for a smooth bend, core power to stabilize your torso, and balance to keep you from tipping over. When you can do this effortlessly, you're essentially a walking testament to long-term health. And, to be honest, it's a gift. If you're able to get down and stand back up without assistance, you are defying what many expect from someone your age. You're in rare company, and it's a powerful indicator that you're doing something right. It's not just about being healthy today. Science shows that this ability correlates strongly with a longer, healthier life. Take Emma, an 80-year-old grandmother from Texas, as an inspiring example. One afternoon, she was sprawled out on the living room rug, building a Lego tower with her giggling grandkids. They were having a blast, and when playtime ended, Emma didn't hesitate. Without a second thought, she planted one foot flat on the floor, pressed her hands into the carpet for a little leverage, and stood up with grace and ease, brushing off her jeans as though she hadn't just been on the floor. Her daughter, watching in awe from the couch, couldn't believe her eyes. "Mom," she said wide-eyed, "I know people 20 or 30 years younger who would need a crane to pull that off." Emma, ever the modest grandmother, simply shrugged, blissfully unaware that her simple, fluid movement was proof of her extraordinary physical condition. This wasn't a one-time feat of strength. This was the result of decades of gardening, yoga, and chasing after her kids and grandkids. Her body had stayed limber and strong, but she had no idea how exceptional her ability was until that moment. And it's important to note that this is something the medical world takes very seriously. There's even a formal assessment known as the Costain test that doctors and researchers use to gauge a person's functional fitness. Essentially, a predictor of how likely someone is to face long-term health challenges. A landmark study from the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that older adults who struggled to get up from the floor, or couldn't do it at all, faced significantly higher risks of falls, fractures, and general health decline. Why is that? It's simple. The act of getting up and down isn't just a challenge for your muscles. It's a test of your entire body's coordination, flexibility, joint health, and nervous system functioning. When you can still do it, you're showing that everything is working together, just as it should. If you're still able to rise from the floor unassisted, you've got an incredibly powerful asset, a body that can still handle the unexpected demands of life. From avoiding a fall to recovering from a misstep, you're proving that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. It's a profound message to anyone watching, and more importantly, to yourself. You are still capable. This may seem like a small thing, but trust me, it matters so much. Falls are a leading cause of injury and even death among older adults. And it's not always the fall itself that's the real danger. The real peril comes when someone cannot get back up. Seniors who lack the strength, balance, or coordination to rise after a fall can become trapped, vulnerable to serious complications like dehydration, pressure sores, and even worse if help doesn't arrive in time. But if you can still stand up from the floor with confidence, it's as though you're holding onto your independence in a way that so many people wish they could. You've got a superpower, a body that's resilient, adaptable, and prepared to face the challenges that come with aging. This ability doesn't just reflect your physical health. It's a sign that you've maintained your autonomy, and that is something to be incredibly proud of. Emma's story might seem unique, but it isn't. There are countless individuals out there who maintain this incredible ability. However, it's rare in today's world where sedentary lifestyles and age-related decline make this act a distant memory for too many. The truth is, this simple task of standing up without assistance is something that most people will lose over time. But it's not inevitable. You don't have to lose it. You can keep it, or even regain it if it's slipping away. The key is practice and consistency. You have to keep working at it, day in and day out. Simple habits like bodyweight squats, lunges, or even sitting down and standing up repeatedly from a chair can help build the strength and coordination you need. Core exercises like planks or leg raises can keep your midsection strong and help you stay stable. Stretching regularly will maintain your flexibility, so you can move freely and with ease. If you keep at it, you'll not only maintain this ability, you'll thrive well into your later years. And there's nothing more empowering than knowing you can rise, not just from the floor, but from any challenge life throws your way. As we wrap up today's video, I want you to take a moment and reflect on what you've learned. How can you apply these powerful insights to your own life? Whether it's practicing getting up and down from the floor or strengthening your body with simple movements, the key is consistency and dedication. You can maintain your independence and vitality, and now it's time to take action. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to put into practice? Share it in the comments below this video. Your journey towards strength, health, and independence starts with small steps, and I want to know how you're making progress. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring and empowering content. Thank you for watching, and remember, you've got this.